I've been asking myself, why do I push so hard to get better? I don't think it's just for the sake of growth. I'm trying to understand why it feels like something's missing, no matter how much I achieve. For years, I believed that if I could stack up enough accomplishments, I'd finally feel complete. But no matter how many of those milestones I reached, I was still left feeling hollow. This feeling is often explained by something called the hedonic treadmill. Imagine you're like my friend Benjamin over here, on a hamster wheel, running fast and hard. But no matter how hard he pushes, he is always in the same place. That's what it feels like when we chase external goals for happiness. Our baseline of contentment stays roughly the same, no matter what we achieve. So after the initial rush of an accomplishment, our happiness returns to the same level it was before. Here's what I realized. A lot of my drive was coming from a place of ego. The need for approval, the craving for validation, that somehow I was enough. The ego loves to win and to prove itself. But when I let my ego take the lead, I started to notice something important. I wasn't actually living in the moment. I was constantly looking ahead, measuring myself against some invisible standard that no achievement could ever meet. Slow motion is better than no motion. When I step outside my comfort zone and try something new, I fail. A lot. In those moments, it feels like I'm not making any progress. But that's exactly where discipline steps in. Discipline equals freedom. It might sound counterintuitive at first. We tend to think of discipline as restriction, right? It's not about grinding away without seeing results. It's about showing up consistently, even when things feel unproductive. At first, you're in unconscious incompetence. You don't even know what you do not know. You make mistakes, feel lost, but that is just the beginning. As you keep practicing, you move into conscious incompetence. You are aware of your mistakes, but not yet skilled enough to correct them. That's when it gets tough. But with continued effort, you reach conscious competence. You begin to know what you're doing wrong and actually actively improve. Eventually, through discipline and time, you reach unconscious competence, where the skill becomes second nature and you no longer have to think about it. Consistency is what turns failure into mastery. What I've learned is that it's the small, consistent action that create a sense of control and stability. The more I focus on showing up, even on the days when nothing seems to click, the more I feel grounded. I realize there's freedom in knowing that, step by step, my progress is happening, even when I can't see the bigger picture yet. Failure isn't a wall, it's a doorway. Every mistake I make is a chance to reset, recalibrate, and to grow. When my ego takes over, I get trapped in my own mind. I replay mistakes, I worry about the future. I try to prove to myself and others that I'm good enough. The ego's job is to protect me from pain, but in doing so, it keeps me stuck in fear. Growth, to me, seems to be about learning to live with uncertainty. To get back up each time I fall and to be ready for what comes next. Looking back, I see that mastery isn't about reaching some perfect endpoint. It's more about how I show up every day. It's about learning to live with uncertainty in the process, not just relying on the outcome for purpose. The goal isn't what you achieve, it's who you become in the pursuit of it, the person you shape yourself into as you learn to navigate the struggle. Thanks for going over these thoughts with me. This was supposed to be a way to sort through some unclear things still left on my mind. This is my first voiceover video, and I hope you enjoy my process of learning.